Hello, Grace family. Happy Friday to you. Today, for our video, we'll be taking a look at Matthew chapter 16. So go ahead and turn to Matthew chapter 16. Now, for this Sunday, November 22nd, we will be online and we will be on site, but on site will be outside. Coming up for Thanksgiving service this coming Thursday, the 26th of November, taking a look at my calendar, we will be online only. So online only for Thanksgiving Day service. Now let's take a look at Matthew chapter 16. And again, how do we respond to all that's going on around us? Well, we practically love those around us. We seek to develop relationships with those around us. And we also utilize God's gift of lament. So today we'll start reading Matthew chapter 16, beginning at verse 13. Now when Jesus came into the district of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" And they said, "Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and others Jeremiah or one of the prophets." He said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" Simon Peter replied, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. So when Jesus asked his disciples, "Who do people say that I am?" Interesting to note what people are saying about Jesus. The disciples respond, well, some are saying John the Baptist, some are saying Elijah, some are saying Jeremiah or one of the prophets. Here's the fascinating thing for us as we discover more and more in the scriptures about lament, is that some people said that Jesus was Jeremiah. Did you ever think about, well, why did some people think that Jesus was Jeremiah? Remember, we looked at Jeremiah. Jeremiah is known as the weeping prophet. Could it be that Jesus displayed in his character a lot of the traits of a lamenting Jeremiah? To do this, let me just bring out a couple different passages. And the first comes from the book of Isaiah, probably one of the most famous parts of Jeremiah's written prophecy. Isaiah chapter 53, verse 3, speaking of the coming Messiah, Isaiah says this: "He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And as one from whom men hide their faces, he was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we esteemed him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted." Jesus, the man of sorrows, acquainted with grief. Jesus, mistaken for Jeremiah, the weeping prophet. There is something about Jesus that people recognized that he was a man of sorrows, recognized in him Jeremiah, the weeping prophet. One last passage I want to bring before you, and this comes from the book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 7. "In the days of his flesh, Jesus offered up prayers and supplications with loud cries and tears to him who was able to save him from death, and he was heard because of his reverence." In the days of Jesus' flesh, he offered up prayers and supplications with loud cries and tears. Isaiah called Jesus a man of sorrows. The book of Hebrews talks about Jesus offering up prayers with loud cries and tears. Jesus' ministry, people are mistaking him for Jeremiah, the weeping prophet. Yes, Jesus was also a lamenter, made frequent use of the gift of lament to his heavenly Father. David laments, Job laments, Jeremiah laments, Jesus laments. Consider, reflect, ponder the fact that Jesus, the man of sorrows, was a lamenter. God bless you. Have a wonderful Friday.